Hello everyone, this is Lolly. I am back to work on this mason jar journal that is bee themed. You can see how far we have now. We have 4 pages and a front cover. Now let's work on the next one. I loved my page in which I did the vellum so much that I want to do it again. So I printed on vellum again. This says, "Be the change you want to see in the world." And again, this was an 8.5 by 11 sheet that I turned landscape. And I just printed it and figured what I could do would be to lay this on there, get it kind of visually how I want it, and then I can die cut it. So basically I'm looking at kind of left and right. I think right about there is where I want it. So then I would just lay this over there for placement. Take that in place. And let's go die cut that. I love how crisp and clean that die cutting is. And so next up, I used this cardstock from the collection. So all the materials I'm using will be listed down below. I am going to attach this to the cardstock. I'm going to attach this to the vellum, and I'm going to line up the holes. Now last time I adhered this permanently to this. This time I'm going to just adhere the little hinge here. So let me get a little movement going there. Let's see, I'm going to just swipe it right over because I know what's on the holes. I could just get the adhesive out of the holes after I get this on there, so it really doesn't bother me. So I'm just rubbing my fingers over there and it's coming off. I like that because now you can open this and see inside. Also, I went ahead and cut the lid there. I love it. I'm going to use the Lawn Fawn glue tube here. Lovely. And oh, I just love this side here. I think it's so pretty. When I cut this out, I now have this for the back. And another thing that's in the die set is this die here, which is like a label you would put around your canning jar. My only thing that I would do different in designing this, it does have stitch line all the way around it. I love it, but it goes all the way to the end of this border right here. Now the mason jar is from here to here. Now if I were putting a label around that, that's where I would want it to be. I don't need it to be on this part because I want this to look like a real jar. So what I did was I cut it out, and you can see I made mine fit. So what I did was I laid the paper there, and let's assume it was sticking out this far. I lined this up where I needed it, and I taped it right on the edge of the cutting mat so it only cut to give me the very end, and then I turned it around and did it again. And when you're doing this, because it's got stitch lines, you can move it up and down. You can feel the stitch lines go in place when you cut that off. So now I have one that is perfect for the dimensions of my jar. And this is the magic mat from scrapbook.com. I use this instead of the lower cutting plate for my Sizzix Big Shot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to put this down, and this will be my label over that. And I also cut a jar lid for this side as well. And I could use this one, or I could use this one, and I really do like the floral better. Okay, and now we need this on there. You could do this as a belly band, meaning just put the left and right on there. I think I'll do that. I'll do this as a belly band, and that way we could put, let me put this right in the middle. As a belly band, we could slide cards or whatever under it, tuck spots. And then I think I will add one of these stickers from the collection right there. He fits pretty well, so I don't have to worry about him sticking to anything. So as a tuck spot, I could put this journaling spot right in there. And I do think I would like to get the corners rounded. And I'm going to use the 1/2 inch big chomper here. And that fits in there perfectly. Okay, now that's there. It feels so weird. I'm not used to that flipping open. Another thing I would like to do is put some of the flowers up in here, or let's put that right there. It's a little birdhouse, and I'm going to bring in that green right there next to it. Always be kind. Okay, now I think that I need some of these are the hexagon hole reinforcers from Elizabeth Craft. I will put in the video right here which of the sets this is in. It's not in the hole reinforcement set. What I decided to do is write it on my die so I won't have to keep wondering which set it came in. I don't keep it with my set. I keep it with my hole reinforcers. Okay, that gives it even more stability. Love it. Okay, so we have that page. Now we're going to move on to the next one. This one I cut in this. I love this. It is so pretty. I think this is for the back, like this. That's the way I want that to go. Oh, that's so lovely. Okay, so for this front, I have graph paper scraps from when I cut out the graph paper in cardstock, and I showed you how to do that in one of the others in this series. This is a whole series I'm doing. And so now that I have that, I also stamped, using the stamps in the set. The paper collection I'm selling as a kit in my shop has a set of stamps. And so I stamped it out, colored it, and then with Copic markers, and then I die cut it. So that's going to go there. But I think I need another jar lid here. So let's use this one. I think we need to use this one. It's this side. Now I know where I can put this. I wanted to get that jar lid on there because it helps me to place this and not have the little bees' antennas covered up by the jar lid. And you can always pop this up a little bit. I also want to put hole reinforcers here. I love using this black accent because it really makes the colors pop more. Oh, that is so cute. Isn't that cute? Now we need to do something with the back. So I'm looking at the cards that are part of the cut-aparts, and I thought if I kept 2 of them together and just scored them right down the middle, right down that center there, get it on the 4-inch, fold that over and burnish it, make sure I'm opening it the right way. Now I think I want to round these corners here. And again, I'm going to use that 1/2 inch because it makes it nice and round to sort of match the bottom of the jar. And I can put it up toward the top or down in the middle. Let's see what we want here. Because this is going to be a flip up. I think right in the center is okay. Let's make sure I got this right. There we go. So this was from the ephemera pack, and so I'm going to use that. I got too much glue, so we're going to let that dry while I figure out what I want for a jar lid. I've pretty much decided that I love the lids on all these jars, and so I really need to utilize that. And I'm going to use this one. It is pretty close in color to this, not perfectly. So sometimes just to give it a little more depth, I add a little bit of distressing. I've not been routinely distressing everything here, but when I put tone on tone, I pretty much do. Now the bees are really cute, but they're oriented the wrong way for me. So that's why I'm using this yellow side, which is the honeycomb pattern. Okay, now I really think that this needs some twine or something around that. And I'm just going to be really consistent here and keep using this twine because I adore it. Perfect, perfect. We have just because. We've got this with the little flap here. I really love that. Do I need something up here? I'm looking at the, this is too big, but what you can do when you have something that big, you can cut it right down the middle and then lay it like this on the project. Or, oh, kind words are like honey. That is perfect. Now, you know I'm always trying new kinds of glue. This is the Lawn Fawn glue tube. I like the shape. I like the feel of it in the hand. This is not sold by Lawn Fawn, but there are people making these and selling them on Etsy. I got these at a local scrapbook store. But I just want to say that the point on this is too big and the glue gushes out, so you really have to be careful. So now we have that one and we have this one. And I have a little bit of extra glue I want to get under control there. And we will add these to our collection. So we've got this one. We've got this one. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages in a cover. And I am loving it. And this also goes right in here. So what I think I'll do is make 1 or 2 more pages and then also make a back cover because I want the back cover to be more firm than these pages are. So, and then I will go through with the rest of my ephemera and see if anything else needs to be added to this journal. Okay, thank you for watching, and then the link down below for the entire series is under this video.